right, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at the second half of our review packet. Number 16 is 2, 3, and 3, 1 are opposite vertices in a parallelogram. If 0, 0 is the third, find the fourth vertex. Okay, so let's first draw the y-axis and the x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. First, we're going to plot the point 2, 3. Then we'll plot the point 3, 1. And we know we've got 0, 0. Okay? We need a fourth point so that we can figure out what our parallelogram looks like. Now, for a parallelogram, we know opposite sides are congruent. Okay, so the first thing we can figure out is the distance between 2 and 3, and we can figure out the distance between 3 and 1. Okay, so let's do the distance formula for these. So that's the square root x1, y1, x2, y2. So we're going to do y2 minus y1 squared plus x2 minus x1 squared. So let's just do that all at once in our calculator. So we've got the square root of 1 minus 3 squared plus 3 minus 2 squared, all underneath the square root sign. We get 2.23. Okay. So I know that between 2 and 3, it's 2.23 away, so I need to go 2.23 away this way. What I'm also going to do is figure out the slope for this. So that y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which gives me negative 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. So the slope is negative 2, 1. Okay? So from here to here, I went down 1, 2 over 1. So I know that from 0, I'm going to go up 1, 2 over 1 to get my slope. So, therefore, unfortunately, this went all crazy on me. My point is negative 1, 2. It is C. Okay.
16?
Yes. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let's look at number 17. So for number 16, again, it's C. Number 17, choose the statement that is not always true for a rhombus. Each diagonal bisects a pair of opposite angles. All 4 sides are congruent. The diagonals are congruent, and the diagonals are perpendicular. Which one's not always true? Okay, let's look at a rhombus. Rhombus, all 4 sides have to be congruent. Okay, the diagonals do bisect each other. Okay, each diagonal does bisect a pair of opposite angles. The diagonals do not have to be congruent. So
C?
yes. All right. The name that best describes this quadrilateral would be a what? Kite. A kite. Okay, let's look at 19. Which statement is false? Every rectangle is a parallelogram.
D.
All squares are rectangles. All squares are rectangles. I don't know what's listed twice. Every kite is a rhombus. It would be
D.
D. If it was C, it would be B and C, yes. But that kind of shows you it's not. If RP is tangent to G at point P, RQ is tangent to G at Q, choose the statement that is not true. Okay. GRP is congruent to GRQ. PR is congruent to QR. PGR is congruent to QGR. And PR is obtuse. Which one is not true for number 20? The only one not true is D. It doesn't have to be obtuse. GPR actually has to be a right angle. Yeah. 21, we have to find the number of vertices, faces, and edges for the figure. Okay, so vertices, that's probably the easiest one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about faces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, edges is the more difficult one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we could have also used Euler's theorem for that. Faces plus edges equals vertices plus 2. Faces plus vertices equals edges plus 2. Okay, number 22. If all angles in the faces of the polyhedron below are right angles, then what is the surface area? So let's pick a base. What base do we want to use? 15 by 13 or 13 by 23 or 23 by 15? 13 by 15? Okay, so we know the surface area is 2 times the base plus the perimeter times the height. So the base is 13 times 15. So that's 2 times 195. Then we have to add up the perimeter. So it's 13 plus 13 plus 15 plus 15. Gives us 56. And the height is 23. Because it's the distance between the two bases. So we go 2 times 195 plus 56 times 23 gives us 1,678 inches squared. Is that the correct answer for number, what number am I on? 22? 22 would be A. And A is 1,678 inches. Yep.
So it doesn't matter what you use for the base of the height?
No. Because if we did 23 times 15 as the base, we would still get the same answer. Okay. Find the surface area of the cylinder to the nearest square unit. We're going to use 3.15 as pi. This is, again, number 23. Okay, so we were trying to find the surface area. So that's 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. So that's 2 pi times 6 squared plus 2 pi times 6 times 10.3. And we're going to use 3.14 as pi. So we just put this in our calculator. 2 times 3.14 times 6 squared plus 2 times 3.14 times 6 times 10.3, giving us approximately 614 meters squared. Sorry, guys. Ready for 24? Questions? Comments? Concerns? Okay, let's look at this pyramid. The pyramid shown has a rectangular base and faces that are isosceles triangles. We want to find the total surface area. So what do we need to find the surface area of a pyramid? Who remembers the formula? Yes.
S equals base plus 0.5 perimeter times sine.
S equals base plus 0.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perimeter.
Yep.
Times sine.
got to figure, oh, we've got slant height. So this is easy. Surface equals base, 2 times 6 is 12, plus 0.5 times the perimeter. 2 plus 2 is 4, 6 times 16. And the slant height is 5. So, easy plug and chug kind of a problem. 12 plus 0.5 times 16 times 5 gives us 52, which is feet squared, which is B, which is not the right answer. It says 24 is C. There must be a mistake because it is definitely 52. Can we not talk while I'm talking? Wait. If you feel the need to do that, you can leave. Are we ready to move on to 25? Find the surface area of a cone. Who remembers what the formula is for a surface area of a cone? Anybody got the surface area of a cone on their paper?
Yes.
What?
Wait, one at a time. 2 pi r squared. This isn't right.
It's pi r squared.
Who's got it down? Who's got it out of the book? Yes, Brianna.
S equals pi r squared plus pi r times height.
Plus pi r times
Slant
slant height. Okay, you had the cylinder. That's the cylinder. Okay, so we know the radius is what? 7.5. But we don't know what the slant height is, but we do know what the height is. So we know that's Pythagorean theorem. 7.5, 5. We don't know what that is, so we do 5 squared plus 7.5 squared equals x squared. So x will equal square root of 5 squared plus 7.5 squared gives us 9.01. So then we've got, that's all for slant height. We've got pi 7.5 squared plus pi times 7.5 times 9.01. Gives us 389.07. Oh, 0.007. So surface area is approximately 389 centimeters squared. Is that correct? Number 25. Yeah. All right, ready for 26?
When you do slant height, are you taking the area of the base or just the base?
No, just the base. Just the distance to the base. Yes.
It says rounded two decimal places.
26. Find the value of the prism. We know that's the area of the base, which is 16 times 11. 176 times the height, which is 4. So 704 meters what? Cubed. We feeling okay about this? Speak now if you're confused about something. What? Okay, let's move on to 27. Which has a greater volume? A cube with the edge lengths. 27, sorry, parts of it don't show up in my board. Number 27. Which is a greater volume? A cube with the edge lengths of x or a cylinder with a height of x and a diameter of x? How do we do that? What's the volume of a cube if it has a side length of x? X cubed. A cylinder, if we're to plug it in, right, what's the volume of the cylinder? If it's got a height